Demonstration is getting underway here in Springfield at this hour. The group is calling for equality and, again, an end to police brutality following the death of Floyd. Spearheading the movement are a group of high school students here in Western Mass. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Grinelli spoke with the organizer of the rally. She joins us live from Central High School with more. Sarah?
Hey Beth, yeah, this just started about even a minute ago, but you can see this massive crowd standing right here. Since we've been here, we've actually seen the police commissioner, the mayor, many city councilors joining in on this effort. There also is a police presence here, but it seems to just make sure this stays peaceful. They're just starting their speeches right now. The woman speaking is actually the student we were able to speak with earlier, Rachel, who started this movement right here. And earlier today, we were also able to speak with members of the 413 Boricuas who organized the protest or march in Holyoke yesterday. A young generation taking a stand, demanding equal rights no matter the color of someone's skin.
My generation is the future of this country, and if we don't start letting our voice be heard now, then when it's our time to be in charge of the country, I feel like either we won't get as much done as we want to have done.
Protests have been sparked over the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Rachel Boudreau, a high school senior, organized the peaceful protest. She tells Western Mass News the demonstration is to stand with the Black Lives Matter movement. Their route stretches from Central High School about 3 miles to the police station on Wednesday.
The police is like a symbol of the justice system. I know that this problem that and racism and systematic racism that the country has doesn't just end at the police station, but for the communities, the police station is that symbol of justice.
Another young group, the 413 Boricuas, organized the vigil and march in Holyoke Tuesday. 2 of the planners spoke with us about the peaceful turnout fighting against police brutality.
One of the most powerful things for me yesterday was just seeing the turnout. We wanted to make space for the community to come together and to honor or really memorialize the life of George Floyd and to call attention to it in a way that felt meaningful.
Organizer Stephanie Mary Show says just like Boudreau, it's time to come together.
We want people to understand that this isn't our fight alone and that we can't do it without solidarity. We can't do it without our white allies. We can't do it without our other people of color. And I think that's really what everybody's trying to express.
413 Boricuas is in this group today. Now, Rachel, who just spoke out, said this movement is for the people that can't speak so these people here can be heard. Now, this march is happening from Central High School, heading all the way down. That's 3 miles or so to the police station. We will be with them every step of the way. We will bring you the latest as it develops. Live in Springfield, Sarah Grinelli, Western Mass News.
Welcome back. We are taking you back to Springfield, where a Black Lives Matter rally is taking place right now against police brutality. You're looking at live pictures. A group gathered at Central High School in Springfield this afternoon. Their plan is to march about 3 miles down to the Springfield Police headquarters. This is a group largely coordinated by high school students. Again, this is happening right now. We will have a live report coming up later. Well, a demonstration is underway right now in Springfield, a march starting at Springfield Central High School, where protesters plan to walk through the streets to the police headquarters. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Grinelli joins us live now with the very latest. Sarah?
Beth, we've been here for about a half an hour. This started at 4 o'clock, and the crowd has grown immensely since we've even been here. Take a look at all of these people. Now, there was just a moment of silence, and I believe they're gearing up to head out right now. That's why we moved towards the end of the line. Now, they're all marching from Central High School. They're going to be heading to Roosevelt and then State Street, heading straight to the police precinct. Now, this is all for the Black Lives Matter movement. It was put on by Central High School students. They told me earlier today that they expected a small crowd, but as you can see, there is nothing small about this event. Now, they're standing up for equality, and they say it's time for young people in America to speak up. Now, you can see that they're heading out on the march, heading to the police station right now. But I just want to mention some of the things that they spoke about before they started to leave. There were people speaking out saying, have you ever been afraid to walk outside of your house. Many people raised up their hands. Have you ever been afraid for your child, your mother, your father? Many people raised their hands. They also called out the Springfield Police Department, saying what happened to George Floyd in Minneapolis cannot happen here. Now, after this, they're making this long trek. It's going to take them about 3 miles to get all the way down to the Springfield Police Precinct. They say they want to be there because that is where justice happens, where the police department can hear them front and center. Now the mayor is here, the police commissioner, and many city councilors are joining them. And there is police presence here making sure that everyone stays safe. And we're going to be with this march every step of the way. So we'll bring that to you live here at Western Mass News. Back to you guys.
Welcome back. We are taking you back to developing news out of Springfield, where a Black Lives Matter rally is taking place against police brutality. This group, they started at Springfield Central High School. They are marching about 3 miles to police headquarters in Springfield. It started by a group of high schoolers here in Springfield. They anticipated a small crowd, but as you can see, that crowd has just grown to hundreds of people in that march. We will have a live report coming up. We continue to follow developments in Springfield. This is a live look at a Black Lives Matters rally taking place going from Springfield Central High School, winding its way to Springfield Police Headquarters. We are in the thick of it. We'll have a live report coming up just ahead. The march continues at this hour. Right now in Springfield, hundreds of people gathered at Springfield Central High School and are marching to police headquarters for a Black Lives Matter rally. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Ganelli, she has been live there with them throughout the entire march. She joins us with the details. Sarah?
Beth, take a look at this, a massive crowd. They're blocking off half of State Street with police guiding them, making their way safely to the police station. Now they're marching for the Black Matter movement, Black Lives Matter movement. They're standing up for equality, saying it's time for the younger generation to speak up. Now they called on the police commissioner to make sure what happened in Minneapolis. It does not happen in Springfield. They said we have had police brutality here in Springfield before, but they just don't want it to happen here again. Now this started by a group of students at Central High School who thought it was going to be a small event, but as you can see, it turned out to be massive. You can see people, a flood of people walking right now, holding up signs saying, "Can you accept this? White people are responsible for what happens." Now that is calling on what they're calling on white allies. Those are the people that they want to stand with them to say white people have been born with privilege and that they need to stand up for the other ethnicities that have not been treated the same. But as you can see, they are heading right down to the police station. We are with them every step of the way, and we will bring you the latest when we get down to the police station. For now, live in Springfield, back to you guys.
Welcome back to Developing News, taking you back to Springfield, where a Black Lives Matter rally is taking place against police brutality. This is a live look as marchers make their way down State Street to Springfield Police Headquarters. Hundreds of people have turned out. It started at Springfield Central High School. The group started by a group of high schoolers. They are fighting against racial injustice following the death of George Floyd as he was being placed in handcuffs in Minneapolis last week. We have a live report coming to you coming up in just a little bit on Western Mass News.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Western Mass News at 6. I'm Chris Pisano. Hundreds are now rallying in Springfield after marching from Central High School to police headquarters, calling for an end to police brutality in America. Now, we have team coverage for you here on Western Mass News. Sarah Granelli and Leon Purvis reporting tonight. And we begin with Sarah live at the rally with a look at how officers are coping as demonstrations like this play out across the country. Sarah?
Demonstrators actually just got off of their knee. Pearl Street is blocked off now. Officers originally had just one section of Pearl Street blocked off, but as you can see, demonstrators are now coming over the barrier that police had set up. You can see them standing right now in front of the police station, blocking it off, but demonstrators just keep coming closer and closer. I see some protesters who are re-kneeling on the ground. Others continue to hold their signs. Now, they seem to be speaking directly to the officers. Organizers I spoke with today say this is where they demand justice, and this is how it happens, by calling on the police department to step up and treat everyone equal. Now, as you can see, it's getting a little heated in between here, but the police just seem to be calmly standing by while demonstrators push up to the forefront. Again, there was that second barrier they just broke through, and now they're right in front of the police officers with another barrier. If you listen closely, they're chanting, "Take a knee." And some of them are actually starting now to take a knee as we speak. Officers are just calmly looking around, making sure everyone is safe. This is a very peaceful protest right now. Not only are the police departments standing in the front, but state police are also here guarding the side of the building. Now, earlier today, we checked in with the Springfield Police Department to see how they deal with this type of stress. Police officers are on the forefront of the community, and right now they're greatly impacted by the coronavirus pandemic, but also public scrutiny.
Being a police officer is one of the most stressful positions or jobs or careers that anyone could have because of what they face each and every day, especially in urban areas like Springfield. So when someone performs a hideous act like we've seen in Minneapolis and it lumps all people in law enforcement together, it just raises that stress level.
Behind the badge, the men and women in blue look for support. Western Mass News spoke with Springfield Police Department's Public Information Officer Ryan Walsh about their employment assistance program.
They can reach out to someone and talk, and there's a lot of those services available.
Walsh says a new program called peer-to-peer counseling is in the works, where officers will be able to turn to each other instead of an outside provider.
Police officers don't want to talk to a civilian who's trying to help them because they think they might not understand what they go through. Police officers want to talk to other police officers or retired police officers.
Walsh says this peer-to-peer service will bring together a group of current police officers with retired officers trained appropriately.
The stresses could lead to anything from mental health issues. There's a high rate of suicide risk with police officers. Eating disorders, alcoholism, drug abuse, whatever it may be. So you try to curb those things before they get out of hand, and hopefully we're going to have those resources in-house.
All right, so you guys were with us when the protesters just broke through one barrier. Now they are very up close. And just moments ago, police did walk out from the police department in riot gear. You can see them very clustered together in the center. Some have their shields up, but there are other officers just simply standing, making sure this crowd is under control. There are protesters to our left that are standing on their knee. There are others saying no justice, no peace. And this is a live scene right now in front of the Springfield Police Department. Back to you guys.
All right, Sarah, thank you for that. Let's hope the situation does not get unruly. And Sarah, if you're still listening, please get out of harm's way if things do happen to go that way. And as we see, the protest that started at Central High School has arrived at Springfield headquarters. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis is now live on scene with more. Leon?
Yeah, Chris, we're out here. The protesters are asking police officers to take a knee. And as you can see, they're cheering for some reason. I'm not sure why right now, but they asked police officers to take a knee. Protesters were chanting, I can't breathe, different things. Right now, as Sarah said, the protest has been peaceful and police officers have been very calm in this situation. These protesters started their march from Central High School all the way down to the police station on Pearl Street. Their message, standing up for racial injustice. Mayor Dominic Sarno and the police commissioner also joined everyone in the march. One high school protester held up a sign that says, "Racism is not born, it's taught."
I don't get why people should be treated like this. Nobody should be treated like this. Nobody should ever have to be scared to walk out of their house every single day.
Now, organizers tell us the protest will end at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll give you the very latest, both on air and online. Live in Springfield, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
Welcome back, everyone. A demonstration continuing now at this hour in Springfield. Hundreds of people gathered at Springfield Central High School and then marched to police headquarters for a Black Lives Matter rally. And Western Mass News reporter Sarah Gurnelli joins us now live from Springfield with the latest developments. Sarah.
Chris, as you can see behind me, Pearl Street is completely blocked off with demonstrators. On the left of me is a group that just started chanting, "Take a knee," and you can see some of them doing so here. On the other end, you can see people standing up directly, holding up their signs. Now, this all started around 4 o'clock at Central High School. They made their way to Roosevelt Avenue, down to State Street, right here to the police precinct. Now, I spoke with organizers earlier today, who's actually a high school senior from Central High School, and she said she thought it was going to be a small group. And now look at this, a massive crowd it has turned into. She says this is a peaceful protest. They just want to bring justice to the community. They called out the Springfield Police Commissioner to step up to make changes to their department as they have faced police brutality here in Springfield in the past. Now, the protesters are saying that all they want is that black men and women be treated equal. They don't want happen in Minneapolis to happen here in Springfield. And if you take a listen right now, you can hear them saying, "No justice, no peace." And that is the latest live here in Springfield. Sarah Gurnelli, Western Mass News.
Taking you now back to Springfield, where a Black Lives Matter rally currently taking place against police brutality. And these are live pictures from that scene. A group of people gathered earlier this afternoon at Central High School and then marched down State Street to the Springfield Police Station, which is on Pearl Street. That's roughly 3 miles. They've now gathered in front of the police headquarters, where you see a line of Springfield police officers in uniform behind the barrier that's been set up. And then behind them, just within the last few minutes, a line of state police troopers in full riot gear standing between them and the Springfield Police headquarters. Now, there have been no reports of any violence or untoward behavior. This is just a preventative measure, and so far, this has been a very peaceful rally. We will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest tonight on Western Mass News 11 at 11, and we hope it remains peaceful. Once again, taking you back to Springfield, where a Black Lives Matter rally is taking place in front of police headquarters on Pearl Street. These are live pictures from that scene. A group of people gathering at Central High School earlier this afternoon. They marched down State Street to the Springfield Police headquarters, where they are currently holding a Black Lives Matter rally. We'll continue to bring you the very latest on this story tonight.